morning, everybody. Welcome to Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa, home of the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau alongside Joanna Settles. I'm Andy Pollack, and in just a moment we'll have the matchup between Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont, the Rockets, number 1 in Class 2A, and the Central Lyon Lions. Like I said, good morning, everybody, on a rainy, blustery morning here in Des Moines, Iowa, in Central Iowa. Andy Pollack, Joanna Settles. Joanna, we've been here all week. We've watched the quarterfinals go on, but the semifinals started yesterday, and it just kind of amps up everything in the arena.
It does. You can feel the excitement. Everyone wants to win today to play for a championship tomorrow.
It was interesting yesterday. I talked to a couple people, and they talked about the stress that comes along with this time of year, but it really is a privilege to have that stress to play this time of year.
Yes, it's the dream. I always start when I speak with the coaches just saying congratulations getting this far. The conferences they play in are tough. They are battle-tested teams, and they are thrilled to be here, and now it's time to lock in and get ready to win.
We'll delve more into some of today's matchups when we come back here on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
And welcome back here to Wells Fargo Arena, downtown Des Moines, Iowa. Central Lyon taking on Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont in today's 2A semifinal. Let's take a look at how these teams got here. First of all, for Central Lyon, they beat North Mahaska in the quarterfinals on Tuesday. Actually, that was on Wednesday. Sorry, Aubrey Metzger at 18 points, 12 rebounds and 5 blocks. And we will talk a lot about Aubrey Metzger throughout the course of the day today. And Taylor Reibkema had 13 points and 5 rebounds in that one as well for Central Lyon. Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont has not been tested a whole lot until they got to the quarterfinals. In fact, they have not had many close games at all in 2025. They are 25-0 right now. We're going to talk a lot about the Schaefer twins today. Molly Schaefer, 22 points, 5 steals, 3 rebounds in that first round matchup, and Kate Schaefer, 6 points and 11 rebounds there. Eddyville-Blakesburg, like we mentioned, ranked number 1 and have been for the bulk of the season in Class 2A. Joanna, take a look at some of the seeds to success, and I know you've had a chance to talk to both these coaches this morning, and they've each kind of got their strategy that they shared with you.
Yes, we'll start with Central Lyon. It is beware of the bird. The bird, and these are the signs that the entire student section are holding and cheering, and that means watch out for Aubrey Metzger. She stands at 6'2", and she's fierce offensively. She averages 18 points a game. In talking to Coach Heather Graffing, she wants to make sure that they push the tempo and control the speed. They want to get down quickly. For Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont, they have to handle the press, and Coach Tony Van has them ready to go, and he wants them to play poised and in control. And they also need to find a way to win. And if you're from the area near EBF, you know that advice came from Burdell Hensley. I had to check with him before I could start with this game.
Burdell, I'm sure, has lots of keys to success to offer you.
He does. He's been around, and he knows what this win means to Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont and the Schaefer twins.
Eddyville-Blakesburg has had really an outstanding 2024-2025, especially on the girls' side of sports, and we'll talk about that throughout the course of the day. And we really should mention as well Ava Eastlick. And Ava, one of the shorter players on the court, averaging 17.4 points a game for EBF, and she's going to be a talented one to watch here today. Central Lyon, historically, here a lot. In fact, they've made a lot of trips here. We've watched them for years here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament. When we come back, it'll be time for our starting lineups and all the hoopla that comes along with the semifinals here on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, a fifth-generation farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, Executive Director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We're excited to have you join us for the Girls State Basketball Tournament.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to be the title sponsor of this amazing event. Iowa's farmers work endlessly to grow and raise nutritious food and sustain our local communities. Similarly, Iowa's student athletes dedicate countless hours to train and excel in their sport. Partnering with the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union allows us to celebrate farmers and student athletes while supporting and empowering the Iowa girl.
Reaching the state tournament is a tremendous achievement, and it requires strong support. Thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau, we can celebrate and honor students for their accomplishments on the basketball court and in the classroom. The Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to your success, assisting our organization in providing awards, grants and scholarships, as well as concussion insurance and these wonderful championship hats. These contributions not only protect student athletes' health, but also highlight outstanding performance in both athletics and academics.
As Iowans, we have so much to be proud of, and every single one of us plays a role in making our state great. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations on an outstanding season and best of luck in the tournament.
Basketball fans, welcome, and we are so glad you're here for today's 2025 Girls State Basketball 2A Semifinal matchup featuring the Central Lyon Lions and the Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont Rockets.
High School Athletic Union welcomes you to this event. It expects all fans to demonstrate positive sportsmanship.
Support your team, support your coaches, and respect the officials.
We all pledge blood and hands in the environment of school-based activities. Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game. And enjoy the game.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by everyone in attendance here today. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments, or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation, and as the girls in the video said, enjoy the game. Fans, it's now time to introduce the players in today's 2A semifinal. First of all, here are your non-starters and assistant coaches for the Lions of Central Lyon. Number 10, Ada Vanderzee. Number 12, Emery Lincecum. Number 24, Erica Floyd. Number 30, Jessa Vanderweerd. 32, Taylor Reitkema. 34, Anna Myberg. Number 42, Avery Harmon. And number 52, Eliana Hofert. Your assistant coaches, Greg Town and Jared DeBay. And now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the EBF Rockets. Number 2, Kinley Labrecht. Number 4, Emily Kirby. Number 5, Kinsey Labrecht. Number 14, Lainey Birch. Number 15, Lily Carlson. Number 20, Lindsay Akers. 21, Lacey Taylor. 25, Lainey Batterson. And 34, Tegan Harder. Your assistant coaches, Mike Haywood and Ryan Jackson. And now, here are your starters for this 2A semifinal. For Central Lyon at guard, a 5'7" junior number 4, Cheyenne Struckman. For EBF at forward, a 6' senior number 1, Molly Schaefer. For the Lions at guard, a 5'9" junior number 14, Danica Hugendorn. For the Rockets at guard, a 5'6" senior number 3, Ava Eastlick. For Central Lyon at forward, a 5'10" senior number 20, Alexis Austin. For EBF at forward, a 6' senior number 11, Kate Schaefer. For the Lions at forward, a 5'10" senior number 22, Georgie Odekoven. For the Rockets at guard, a 5'7" senior number 12, Kaylee Helm. And for Central Lyon at center, a 6'2" senior number 50, Aubrey Metzger. For EBF at center, a 6'1" senior number 31, Chloe Lyon. Head coach for the Lions is Heather Grafing. For the Rockets, Tony Fenton. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our officials for today's 2A semifinal as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Your referee, Brett Johnson. Umpire, Blake Reinke. Umpire, Kurt Strouth. And your bench official, Brent Behrens. Now, fans, at this time, we ask you to please stand, face the flag, and join us as we honor our veterans who have served so proudly, those currently serving around the world, protecting our freedom each and every day, and our great country of America, with the singing of our national anthem today, performed by the Valkyries from Roland Story High School. They are under the direction of Landon Stalzer. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Awesome job. Thank you, ladies. All right. Who's ready for state tournament basketball?
Wow, what a start to our Friday morning. Roland Story Valkyries. It's an outstanding job. Another way that they feature all the talents of the young guys and gals all around the state of Iowa. Every session they've got a new group from a different school all over the state that's here, except on Wednesday morning during our blizzard. Actually, we still had a singer there Wednesday. We just need to get some of our dance teams out there. Central Lyon comes out. They are in their purple uniforms with the gold numbers. EBF out there in the white. They are the home team on the scoreboard. There's your signs that you talked about earlier. Beware the bird, as they talk about Aubrey Metzger for Central Lyon. We'll see a lot of shots of both student sections today, and Metzger wins the tip for Central Lyon as they'll get things started. Points are very hard to come by against this zone defense of EBF, but a quick three on the way, no good, and the rebound cleared out of there by Chloe Lyon.
That's always a concern when you're in a 2-3 zone, but that's what the Rockets do well. They're accustomed to playing that 2-3 zone, and they are tough on defense.
Kind of a matchup zone look here for Central Lyon as they set things up. Lyon handles things, gets it off to Eastlick, who we know can shoot the three big time. Schaefer into the lane, hands off to Lyon. Shot clock winding down to 5. Good defense by Central Lyon on their first possession, and Eastlick picks up right where she left off in the quarterfinal with a three-pointer to lead things off for the Rockets.
That's three-pointer number 91 on the season for Ava.
Again, they set things up, find the weak spot in the zone, and some good interior passing as they get it down low to Metzger. Sets up for three for Central Lyon, and that one is hit by Hugendorn. And here's the key, handling the press of Central Lyon for EBF. No problem the first time as Kate Schaefer dribbles her way up through, the all-time leading assister here for Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont.
I like that, the assister. There it is.
Well, there we go. Yeah. Did not plan on that one, actually, as the steal comes away for Odekoven. Cuts through the lane. Odekoven's going to get fouled there by Schaefer and have a chance to shoot a couple free throws. EBF, not a deep team. In fact, they'll likely only play 6, maybe 7 players as you see the replay here.
There's Odekoven trying to go through 2.
Steps up to the free throw line. 60% free throw shooter on the year. Can't get the first one to fall.
There's 3 seniors and 2 juniors on the court for the Lions, but I really loved in that first possession, Odekoven barely even caught the ball. It barely went through her hands, and she was going right to Metzger, so she can score and she can pass well.
Metzger gets the offensive rebound, and immediately the height of Central Lyon causing some issues on the boards for EBF as that foul is going to be whistled on Molly Schaefer. And a couple quick fouls now on EBF. Metzger can't hit that first one.
Central Lyon is a 61% free throw shooting team, and we've talked this week about the lower percentages of free throw shooting as we've changed from the 6-on-6 game to the 5-on-5 game.
Yeah, I saw yesterday too. Free throw shooting has not been as strong as we've seen in some of the other times, but right now just trying to figure out sometimes that backdrop too. I went out there, I always get my shots in to start off the mornings, and I'm not one that can probably talk too much about free throw shooting. Schaefer into the lane, keeps her pivot foot down. Now Eastlick again. EBF milking that shot clock right now. Down to 5. Kate Schaefer gives it up, and that's going to expire the shot clock. Good defensive possession by the Lions.
Yeah, just a tight man-to-man pressure, but they're doubling on everything they can and not giving much room for the Rockets to put up a shot.
Probably going to need to look to get some dribble penetration to open up some passing lanes later on. Central Lyon now back on the attack. 3-point shot from the corner from Austin's no good. Long rebound comes out to Kaylee Helm. Schaefer into the lane, tries to lob it over the top, and you're not going to be able to lob it over top of the bird as Metzger tips away and gets a steal for the Lions.
No, she was unselfish there and should not have been. She should have taken the shot.
You're just not going to see throughout the course of the season the length of a player like Aubrey Metzger out there a lot, and it's going to have to adjust things for EBF.
But there was the length of Molly Schaefer on defense, knocking the ball out of bounds instead of an easy layup for Metzger.
Still 3-3. We're 2 minutes and 59 seconds into this one on a rainy Friday morning in Des Moines. And the steal coming away on the inbounds play. Kaylee Helm decides to pull it out, set things up in the half court. And now Schaefer decides to pop the long 2-pointer. Can't get it to fall on the rebound out of there to Austin.
The Lions love to run. There they go.
Just a little high for Metzger. And again, we talked about the length of Metzger, and the length of Schaefer. Now you got to throw it over the top of Schaefer and just a little bit high for Metzger. Chance for Central Lyon, though, to set up their zone pressure, and quickly broken. Schaefer all the way in on Metzger. Metzger gets a shot blocked and gets the rebound. Be a jump ball there and send the ball back to the Rockets.
A great job by EBF getting the ball down the court, all the length, and just passing it, right? No dribbles.
EBF is a team that, they want to be pretty deliberate on the offensive side, and as you look at what they're doing so far, breaking the pressure, not taking it in right away, because Central Lyon wants to get you playing at that up-tempo pace right now, and EBF not biting so far. But Central Lyon all the way back up with the layup, no good there for Cheyenne Struckman. But she got fouled by Kate Schaefer. So quickly, 3 fouls on the Rockets here early on.
And that's the aggressive, pushing tempo. The way things that the Central Lions do it, that's what Coach said. They want to get out and go, and there's a couple turnovers, but, man, they find themselves at the line for the 3rd time already early in this first quarter.
Struckman hits a pair and gives Central Lyon the 5-3 lead. Again, no problems breaking the pressure. Eastlick all the way in. Nice look down low, but can't finish is Lyon.
And that's what that press does. It makes you rush a little bit where you're even missing a bunny.
Yeah, that was a great look for Lyon. Now Central Lyon not able to get it to fall there for Hugendorn. And a foul coming back the other way. I'm going to have my work cut out for me today because we've got Chloe Lyon for EBF, and then we've got the Central Lyon Lions, so we'll try to keep all that straight throughout the morning.
And that's Kaylee Helm with her 2nd rebound. She's only 5'7", one of the shortest players on the court, but rebounding well. Nearly
a steal on the inbounds, but EBF comes away with it. Kate Schaefer. Kate and Molly will both go on to play volleyball at UNI. As Kate dribbles in, kicks out of the corner to her sister. And they play a little handoff game. Eastlick for 3 once again. The quick release, couldn't get it to fall.
Metzger's making it tough for the Rockets. She takes up a lot of space inside, making it difficult for them to score.
Metzger already with a couple rebounds, block shot and a steal, and then a quick release again there inside. And everybody trying to get those shots off before any of that length has a chance to affect it. Eastlick, nice pass down low once again to Lyon, who couldn't get it to fall.
Those are 2 shots that the Rockets need. They're breaking the press so well. She's got to connect on those and focus in a little bit more to make sure she finishes.
Just got Kaylee Helm again for I guess that was just her first. 4th foul, though, 4th team foul of the first quarter on Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont. And it is just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. A couple years ago, the rules changed, so these fouls will reset here in the 2nd quarter, but now more in line with the college game where 5 team fouls in the quarter will send you straight to getting 2 free throws. No more 1-on-1, and that's part of the game I miss, that 1-on-1. There's a lot of lost opportunities or gained opportunities by hitting the front end of those 1-on-1s.
I know, it's different. I'm still not used to, just being casual on the first one. I'm like, they're not intense, they're not ready to rebound because they don't have to. But both these teams average in the 60s, but they play on high school courts. This court is a college-level court. It's 10 feet longer. I know Coach Tony Fenton took his team to Drake yesterday just to practice and see how much more space it is, trying to convince them that it's easier to break a press because there's more space. So we'll see if they bought in. It seems like they have so far, not turning the ball over.
Yeah, not any issues at all with the pressure so far. Maybe a couple balls being deflected, but always able to get down through. And there's a foul on Odekoven. Good tempo to our game so far. Eastlick set up the offense here for EBF. Schaefer draws a double. Eastlick again for 3. Smooth shot, can't quite get it to fall. Rebound kept alive by Helm and then taken out of there by Metzger. Central Lyon on the run. Central Lyon will go deeper into their bench than EBF. Trying to push the tempo right now, maybe wear down the Rockets, and stolen away. And Eastlick, though, going to get called for the foul as she reached in. And now we're into the bonus already with 2:25 to go in the first quarter for Central Lyon. A lot of opportunities for free throws here, and they're going to have to be careful about adding up on the individual end as well.
They can't reach in like that because they're going to be cutting and trying to slice and dice through that 2-3 zone. One of the changes that Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont made, Coach Fenton said, hey, we need more size down low. So Molly usually plays on the top of that 2-3 zone, and he put her on the bottom to try to control the boards better.
A couple more free throws for Central Lyon. They now lead 7-3. Points have been hard to come by for EBF right now early on. Down to the corner, Helm all the way in. They try to give it off to, thought that was Lyon. That's not Lyon. That's Tegan Harder, who checked into the game at the last break, and she immediately makes her presence felt on the offensive end.
That was a big bucket for the Rockets.
A lot of space over here on this side if they can get a skip pass in. There it is on the corner. Vandezee, and she's going to end up traveling with the basketball.
Good quick defense by Kate Schaefer, just moving her feet, causing the turnover, and not fouling.
Again, pressure set up. Helm takes it right to the middle. They know where they want to attack. Helm all the way in. Kicks it back out. Schaefer from the free throw line, no good. And basket's got a lid on it for EBF.
It does. Molly Schaefer averages 22 points a game and hasn't scored yet. She's only 0 for 3 here, but the Rockets need her to get going. Obviously, she can't drive as deep into the paint as she wants to because of the presence of Metzger.
Yeah, Metzger keeping things a lot further away right now. They try to go down low to Odekoven, and they're going to get a foul whistled there on a Harder. So I believe every player right now that's played for EBF has a foul, including Kate Schaefer with 2 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Harder was playing too far behind to try to make that steal. She needed to shift and kind of play, half and get more in front, and she would have had that deflection on that pass. So her read and mentality was right on, but her body was too far behind. She's got to shift to take away that pass.
IMT insurance substitution as that is Alexis Austin checking back into the game for Central Lyon. As Odekoven hits 1 out of 2. 8-5 now, Central Lyon in the lead. EBF trying to figure out a way to put points on the board, and then a reach-in foul there. I think it's been all reach-in fouls that we've seen so far, and I think part of that has to do with just a different tempo of offensive player right now. A lot of times during the year you can get away with that when you're playing some opponents that aren't moving as quick, but now they're moving a little bit quicker with the basketball.
And you're used to 2 players being that quick, but not 4 and 5 players. That's the depth of these teams because they are so good, which is why they're here.
Schaefer all the way in, but she's cut off by Metzger and loses the basketball. EBF just out of sorts so far on the offensive end. Helm drives in, but again, there's Metzger right there, and she is absolutely patrolling the middle. Eastlick, the floater. Can't get it to fall. Another rebound for Metzger. And that's blocked away initially by Schaefer. Now down low, they try to go to Odekoven, and the other Schaefer gets one blocked away.
I wouldn't try to pass over Kate Schaefer. I would fake high and go low, bounce pass around her.
They try to go down low again, and it's Tegan Harder.
Hey, those are important bench points. Tegan Harder coming in for a quick 4 for the Rockets.
Back to a 1-point game here as we end the first quarter. Looks like Central Lyon's going to hold for 1. And extend that 2-3 zone a little bit more.
Rockets want to make sure they get the rebound and only give them 1 chance.
Try to get the ball at the high post to Metzger, and the ball was kicked by Helm.
This is the time to put your best 3-point shooters in.
Spread the floor a little bit. 6.1 seconds to go in the first quarter. Vandezee down to the corner. Nice look. They get it to Odekoven right at the horn. Run to perfection. Central Lyon takes a 10-7 lead into the second quarter. We'll be back with the next 8 minutes right here on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
It's Frank. Frank. Mr. Frank. I just want you to know, I think you're the best ever.
In your neighborhood, there's a place so good. It's so nice to be at a store meant for me. The feeling of family, you have to agree.
Wow, thanks, Fairway Frank.
Welcome to Fairway, your Fairway family.
Welcome back, Central Lyon, trying to pull a little bit of an upset here in the Class 2A semifinal as they race out to a 10-7 lead over Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont here in the semifinals of the Class 2A Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Basketball Tournament. Across Iowa, hundreds of neighborhood banks are providing jobs, supporting businesses, and strengthening our communities. Here, success is built by you, and the life you build is backed by Iowa Banks. See what we mean at iowabankers.com. And Iowa Bankers Association, always great supporters of everything the IGHSAU does and supporters of the Iowa Girl. EBF gets a stop to start things off, but that Central Lyon defense is causing a lot of issues right now for EBF on the deflect. Central Lyon gets a turnover.
It is. They're playing tenacious defense. And Aubrey Metzger inside. She only has 3 rebounds, but she has caused disruptions. It's just not easy to score in the paint, and that's what Molly Schaefer's used to doing. She's used to playing the top of that zone, stealing it, and scoring at the other end. But that's Central Lyon's Metzger. That's what she does well, is score in the paint, and Molly Schaefer hasn't been able to do so yet.
Well, and her drawing a lot of the attention away from Odekoven as well has freed up some things down low for her.
Especially on the weak side. When they can reverse it quickly, they've scored almost every time.
And that ball was deflected, and Metzger again plays a part in that turnover. So Metzger, not a huge threat right now on the offensive end, but man, she has just been a thorn in the side of the Rockets so far on defense. A little skip pass across the zone. Down low they go to Metzger, and as I mentioned, she's not been a big threat on the offensive end. Aubrey Metzger says, hey, remember, I can score too.
Well, they can't play behind her, that's for sure, because that's just too easy. They should do that the whole game if they're going to play behind. But you have to front her and have someone ready to help backside.
Eastlick for 3. Nails it. Man, Kate Eastlick has just been outstanding, or Ava Eastlick, has been outstanding shooting the 3 in this tournament, and you can tell she is very confident when she spots up from over 19 feet away.
She is. I mean, the Schaefer twins get so much attention. They are so outstanding in all 4 sports. They've been to state in everything. They just got 3rd in softball this summer under Coach Tony Fenton. They were runners-up in volleyball and had a heck of a season. But it's other players stepping up in the different sports, and in basketball here, helping out is Ava Eastlick.
Well, and not the same girls on the floor right now, but just a couple weeks ago, I watched Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont finish with a top 6 finish at the State Girls Wrestling Tournament as well. So it's been quite the last 10 months or so of athletics there on the girls' side at EBF. Is a 3-pointer there. Falls for Alexis Austin.
And that's the weakness of a 2-3 zone, is skip passing. Their strong ball side, but when they go weak side quickly, it's hard to recover.
EBF, again, trying to figure out a way to get the ball inside, and the shot is blocked, and a foul going to get whistled on Austin. They want to get the ball down low, but Metzger just is not allowing any of that to happen.
No, but there's Molly using her left hand to attack the basket, attack that low defense, finding herself in the line. She's got to be a little more aggressive. She's so competitive And that's what Burdell Hensley said. He said, man, we played so many good teams, but these girls are just so competitive. They find a way to win, and that's how you win. Do what you can with what you have. If you have to shoot at the free throw line, make it.
EBF uses their second time out of the game. We'll take one as well. We'll be back right after this on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Throughout the year, Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont has been one of the top sharing teams in the state of Iowa. They average 19 assists per game, and today just not able to get into that flow offensively right now against what Central Lyon is doing to them defensively. Only 3 assists sharing the basketball, and they try, and part of that is predicated, a big part of it is predicated on being able to dribble into the lane, and so far just not able to do that.
We don't expect them, either team, to reach their 60-plus points today with this longer court, and both teams having to adjust what they do. The Lions used to having second and third opportunities, but Eddyville rebounds so well.
EBF tries to change up the tempo a little bit by bringing out a little pressure, and it works as they get the turnover. 7th turnover of the day for Central Lyon. Eastlick off the screen, a little roll there against the zone, and Schaefer can't get it to fall, but Schaefer gets the rebound off the deflect. Again, good defense, though, by Central Lyon as everybody's just right around the basketball.
Yeah, I love that high pick and roll to try to get a quick elbow look at the basket.
Spacing, just not really able to get a lot of that right now for EBF. Seems like they're running around in a clump all the way into the lane, up with a shot. And boy, that was Helm realizing that she's going to have to come in strong if she's going to go up against Metzger. 3-point shot on the way for Central Lyon is good. It's Struckman.
Struckman, man, when that went up, had a lot of arch on it. Good looking shot.
Schaefer now for 3 with the answer. Can't get it to fall, and the rebound comes out of there to Odekoven, and she heads up, play, gets it away. Central Lyon on the run, down to the corner. It's Hugendorn. Spots up for 3. Good! In transition, Central Lyon making it happen.
Eddyville's got to get back quicker in transition, pick up the person with the ball, and that was her, and they left her alone. So they have to pick up the ball, get in the paint, and identify shooters on the perimeter.
A lot of stops so far for the Lions. Now driving into the lane. They're doing it in every way possible right now. Central Lyon is Struckman again off the glass.
But it was the shot fake that put Molly Schaefer in the air, and she's got to keep her feet on that. Her length is enough. All she needs is a left hand up and not fall for that shot fake, because that was too easy of a basket.
Central Lyon shooting over 60% from the field, including nearly 70% from 3, and that's why they lead by 13 here with 3.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, and then the answer comes there from Kaylee Helm.
The Rockets are going to be have to be hot from behind the arc, because 15-footers, 20-footers, that's kind of all they have, so they need to shoot well.
And as a lot of basketball coaches will tell you, they don't want those shots. Those are pretty inefficient shots in basketball.
And that's the defense controlling what the offense of the Rockets can do.
Turnover, though, here for EBF, trying to make a little run here. The Schaefer share the basketball. Into the lane's Kate. Again, there's nothing inside for EBF, and the shot clock runs out. I'm not sure they knew it at all, that the shot clock was winding down.
I would argue that they probably have not had a shot clock violation the entire season, so they're definitely out of sorts by not being able to crash into the paint, but I'd like to see them a little more aggressive. Get to the basket, eyes to the rim, and go.
Well, right now with that rim protector of Metzger, that's keeping them from anybody else from really having to help. Everybody else can stay spread out as another basket there. Hugendorn puts one on for Central Lyon, and that's what they need to do, but collapsing from the weak side, Hugendorn comes back and gets a steal. Central Lyon on the run once again, and getting fouled is Struckman.
Yeah. What a step-in steal by Hugendorn. Great read.
Central Lyon just operating at a little bit different level right now. Man, look at that reverse layup coming through there for Hugendorn.
But the points in the paint are really adding up.
Central Lyon swings it around. Another three-point shot on the way from Hugendorn. No good that time, but the offensive rebound and the putback for Taylor Reipkema. Rockets have won a lot of games by a lot of points throughout the course of the year. This is going to be gut check time for them as they don't trail much, if ever, at 25-0 this year. And there's a foul as they try to take it down low, and that's the answer. Take it right at the shot blocker.
Absolutely. That's Molly again. If you end up making all your points at the free throw line, then do it. Just keep attacking the rim.
Molly Schaefer hits another free throw. She's got 3 points on the morning. We don't get to see the sun in here, so it feels like it's a night game just like any other time of day. As Schaefer hits a pair. Back to a 12-point lead for Central Lyon. They have handled everything that EBF has thrown at them so far.
Well, you know you're going to go against a 2-3 zone. I coached when I was at Mount Pleasant. I coached against Coach Fenton, and they ran the 2-3 zone. He's done it for years. It works well because you get a lot of steals up top.
Helm on the run, kicks on the corner. Eastlick left open for three. Good! Ava Eastlick.
Thank your passer. That's what she just did. That's what I love about Ava Eastlick and this Rockets team. She was like, thanks, Kaylee. I appreciate it. Do it again.
Well, we talked about how good EBF is at sharing the basketball. Now Central Lyon sharing the basketball. Another open look for three. Vandersee. Eastlick doesn't waste any time. Down low to Schaefer up off the glass and good. We've got a track meet going on here, and you mentioned a couple teams that are really good on the track as well. Back the other way, under a minute to play in the first half, and a very entertaining first half.
It is. No, the Schaefers are great. High jump, long jump. They're 400 runners. They're really good 400 runners. They've competed against my daughter, Josie, in the quarter, and those 4x4s.
As the ball gets tipped out of bounds, Central Lyon will keep it. There is a big difference in the shot clock and game clock, so there won't be any holding for one here. And anybody who got to listen to my games earlier in the week realized that math is not my strong suit, so I'm not even going to attempt to do that quick subtraction. Into the lane, up off the glass, a wild shot. More opportunities in the paint, and this time it is Odekoven.
And can we just say that Metzger's on the bench, but look at the Lions crash the boards.
And a quick turnover, so now Central Lyon can hold for one. They're going to get Metzger right back in the game now for some offensive purposes, maybe even a putback at the end.
The Rockets defense needs to anticipate a little bit more. You can see those skip passes. They have to watch the eyes of the girl with the ball and see where they're going, which is important for the Lions to fake pass, fake shoot. But they have to anticipate more because there's too many open looks by the Lions, making it too easy for them.
The Rockets have had a couple open looks in transition, but just not able to capitalize on anything throughout this first half as well. 5 seconds now on the clock. Into the lane, out on the corner, shot on the way, and it's blocked there by Helm, and Metzger's shot is after the horn. But Central Lyon, the 4th seed, trying to pull the upset over number 1 Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont, leading by a dozen as we head into our halftime break. Back with more after this on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Different people have different needs, so Delta Dental of Iowa has affordable dental and vision coverage that meets you where you are. Small business on a budget? We have options with no employer costs. Traditional Medicare plans don't cover dental, but we do. And if you can't get benefits at work, you can buy direct from us. Plus, we give back to local communities, so you help make an impact. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, for your community.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back to the 2A semifinal. You're watching right now a very special activity that they've got going on a couple times throughout the course of the week. This is the Centennial Unified Basketball Team. They've been recognized several different times by ESPN as one of the top unified sports programs in the entire country, and they've got Roosevelt playing them today. Yesterday, Centennial was here, in fact, in front of their entire crowd, like you mentioned, with a lot of cheers as well. They were playing Southeast Polk yesterday, and that's something that's been added to a lot of halftimes of games in the CIML throughout the course of the year. This year as a bucket there for Roosevelt, but really quite a fun activity for these kids that don't always get to do stuff like this, Joanna.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. I like the excitement. That was a fun basket that he made, a little dance afterwards.
You'd think with all the great officials that they have here, they could do better than Taylor Anderson and Ben Van Wyk out there to officiate this game, but I guess you settle on the guys that will volunteer to do it. But we've got a good one going on here as Central Lyon trying to pull the upset over Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont, and it's really been a team effort for Central Lyon. And we'll talk about the stats when we come back, but this team effort for Central Lyon, they have been able to get up and down the floor and play the type of game that they wanted to play today.
They have. They push the tempo. They're running fast. They're finding the open person and using an extra pass. They've had a lot of open looks, but they're out rebounding the Rockets, and that's the difference in the game.
Aubrey Metzger's been a huge key inside, not only on the offensive end, but on the defensive end. She has disrupted a lot of the flow of the Rockets.
She's really making it difficult for the Rockets to score, but they have to find a way, whether that's through the pick and roll or they need to continue to dribble drive and get to the basket.
Another bucket there for Roosevelt. We'll come back. We're going to look at the stats, come back and tell you all about how it got to where we are in the first half after this on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/wecare to meet the people behind the pork. and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
Fans, official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Time to get your smartphones out. Just scan that QR code with a dinosaur there on the bottom left, or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. And I might have to get one of those long sleeve gray t-shirts myself. I'm a big fan of that one. A lot of pink in my house. I know a lot of pink in your house too, Joanna, as we got a lot of daughters between the two of us and had a lot of chances to watch a lot of these activities. Let's take a look at how we've got to this halftime score so far between Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont and Central Lyon. Field goal percentage, obviously, I shouldn't say obviously, it's actually kind of surprising that EBF has been shooting. I think that's flipped. I think there we go. Yes. We got that flip. So Central Lyon actually shooting 55%. There we go. We'll get that flip back here in a second. But yeah, Central Lyon in the team stats, it's been all Lyon so far, and you've had a chance to kind of go through some of the individual stats and rebounding, though, not just as a team, but individually wise, it has been Central Lyon all over the boards.
It is. Aubrey Metzger has 8 of the team's 17 rebounds, and Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont only has 8 total. But in every category, Central Lyon is winning. Central Lyon shooting 55% from the field compared to 35% as you go down. Central Lyon has double the points in the paint, 12-6, double the scores, scoring off of turnovers, 10-5, 6 second chance points. Points off turnover, that 10-5, you can see as a lot of those numbers are almost double. It's reflected in the score at only 22 points for BF and 34 for Central Lyon, who is rolling.
Both teams turning the ball over quite a bit, as well as, just the tempo as you go against better teams. And the defense usually does reign supreme. When you talk about changing tempos between defense and offense, it takes the defense a lot less time to adjust to that speed.
It does, and you're willing, when you want to push the tempo like that, you're willing to give up a couple turnovers because you're going to score. You'll take those 10 points in transition any day.
We've got 16 minutes to figure out who's going to go to tomorrow afternoon's state championship game in Class 2A. Central Lyon 34 and Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont 22. And we'll be back with those final 16 minutes here after this on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
This game is heating up, folks. Frank squares up like a butcher block on defense. Audie with the fadeaway. She's on fire. Literally, that is. The net has been burned to a crisp.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
He's the prime cut passer from behind the meat counter. It's Fairway Frank. And introducing a 6'3" center who's a cut above the rest. Say hello to Audie Crooks.
Teams are back out warming up for the second half, and Joanna Settle, Central Lyon did everything they wanted to do in that first half and probably did it even better than they could have imagined. What's that halftime locker room talk like there for the Lions.
It's pretty exciting. They're pretty pumped, trying to keep them calm, stay steady, and just reiterate what they said before the game because they're executing so well.
Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont has really not had close games throughout the course of the year. In fact, I'm not sure they've trailed at all going into a halftime locker room yet. How do you refocus the girls? What do you say to them now to kind of come back out and say, hey, all right, we got to play our game?
I'd say, what are we doing well? Obviously, they have a lot of size in the paint, so what can we do? We can use that pick and roll. We got a clean look from the elbow. Let's get the ball down, push. Ava, let's get you some more shots. How can we do that so we can get back into this game? They still have a chance.
Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont had a lot of fouls in the first quarter. They're a lot cleaner about that in the second quarter, and they will have to play a lot more aggressive defense right now to keep Central Lyon from getting to the basket like they have been able to get there. And, of course, Central Lyon, anytime they're not getting to the basket, they're hitting the three-point shot. So everything clicking right now for the Lions. We'll take one more break and be back with the second half. And it should be a good one right here. Central Lyon trying to pull the upset over Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont here on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Central Lyon back out on the floor right away, ready to go. They've got their starters out there. Cheyenne Struckman, Danica Hugendorn, Alexis Austin, Georgie Odekoven, and Aubrey Metzger. And Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont out there as well with their original five starters. Molly Schaefer, Ava Eastlick, Kate Schaefer, Kaylee Helm, and Chloe Lyon. Eddyville-Blakesburg in their white will be shooting at the left side of our screen as we play this second half. Kate Schaefer will take the ball out of bounds right in front of us. A little trouble getting it in initially, and she gets it into her sister.
There's that tough man-to-man defense. I'd like to see some more confidence out of the Rockets here. You can see that confidence with Eastlick. They try to set some things up. There they go, little high post action. She's open for that shot, but goes back to Eastlick.
Eastlick can't get it to fall. Schaefer, though, right there for the rebound, has it taken away from her by Odekoven, and they're trying to get the ball to that high post, but Metzger, it's not drawing Metzger out of the lane, and they're going to have to find somebody else in there that will put a little stress on that defense of the Lions.
They need someone that can make that shot because she let them have it. Then they have to score off that offensive board.
A lot of players surrounding Metzger, but she finds a little opening, and they find her. Everybody on the same page as Struckman lobs it in, gets another assist for Central Lyon. Eastlick wastes no time the other way, down low to Schaefer, up off the glass and in.
Nice leadership by Eastlick. She went right to Metzger and drew the defense in for an easy bounce pass up and in. Great assist, Eastlick.
In that first half, Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont was being a lot more deliberate about running their offense after they broke the press. There's a three-point shot on the way. They've cooled off a little bit on this ice of the Iowa Wild right now to start the second half for Central Lyon.
And the Rockets have gone back to put Molly up top like she usually is and Helm down low.
And a nice job on the penetration there from Hugendorn. Hugendorn into double digits now. Back the other way, wasting no time. Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont pushing the ball down the floor. That's 2 buckets in transition. We may see a little adjustment to that pressure here soon from Coach Heather Grafing.
Yeah, a little deep breath. Scoring a couple times feels really good. Get the Rockets back in to, playing their game, which is running and gunning.
Central Lyon, they lob it over top of everybody, and Metzger right there and can't finish. One of the few things Aubrey Metzger has not done almost perfectly today. And Helms loses it, but goes off the knee of Austin, and it will stay with EBF.
Instead of dribbling into 2 defenders, she just needs to back up a little bit, pass, reverse the ball, and break that pressure.
Coming right at us with a lot of electronic equipment in front. Putting all the lids on all the drinks, ready to go.
Reverse.
Attack that high post again. Eastlick, the floater in the lane. Couldn't get it to fall, but the rebound comes out of there to Chloe Lyon.
That's another benefit of having someone at the high post to help rebound.
There, the penetration, they got it in, and Lyon couldn't get it to fall, but she'll have a chance at the free throw line. And the penetration from Schaefer drew out Metzger. And that was a big key to helping that play work for the Rockets.
That's what works. Do it again and again and again.
Lyon steps up to the free throw line. Calmly drops that one through. More fans starting to fill in for our game after this one. As complete that 2A championship. It'll be Hinton and Iowa City Regina playing next.
Here's a little three-quarter pressure. Again, Molly up top.
That 2A championship game will be at 4:45 tomorrow afternoon, and you can watch that on Iowa Public Television, Iowa PBS, I should say. Make sure I get that correct. And catch Paul Yeager in his patented pink suit as he gets ready to call that one. Paul's been with us throughout the course of the week here on the IGHSAU Digital Network, and then he shifts roles a little bit to go work on calling, being the halftime host and between game host for Iowa PBS. Central Lyon with a shot clock winding down. Shot is blocked. Schaefer all the way down with the left hand up and in for Molly Schaefer.
A great switch at halftime by Coach Fenton to say, you know what, let's go back to what we do well, and that's Molly Schaefer up top in the zone. Helm is smaller, but plays so fierce in the back of this 2-3 zone, but Molly is great at blocking. Obviously, she's a great volleyball player, but I like her at the front of the zone.
Molly Schaefer now has 12, and they've got it down to an 8-point lead, and then I believe, was that Molly or Kate? That was not neither. That was Chloe Lyon that got whistled for that foul, and that will send Danica Hugendorn to the free throw line.
Yep, turning that defense into offense for a quick lay-in on the left side for Molly Schaefer.
4:43 to go in the third quarter, and Central Lyon trailed at the break by 12, and they've got it back down to an 8-point lead after, Central Lyon led by 12 at the break, and now they miss a pair of free throws, so another chance for EBF to cut into this lead. Schaefer. They've been attacking that free throw line spot of the zone. Schaefer again, the long jumper, no good. Lyon tries to keep it alive, and it's ripped out of there by Odekoven.
But they've had quality looks every single time on offense. The defensive and offensive adjustments at halftime have been beneficial.
And it's very, very easy there for Aubrey Metzger on the offensive glass. Metzger up to 8 points on the morning. Back on the offensive end, EBF just cannot get into the paint right now. Outstanding job by Central Lyon on defense. Swing it out, Schaefer for three, good. Kate Schaefer.
I always think there's magic at that high post. When the ball can into the high post, there's just so many great things that can happen. That time it was the assist for the kick out to Kate Schaefer.
Changes all the passing angles for everybody as they lob that over top to Metzger, and Metzger having her way down low. She's into double digits now.
Yes, both teams doing what they do well on offense, and now both teams can't stop the other one on defense.
You get to this stage of the season, you are what you are, and that's you dance with who brung you is what they say, and work with everybody that has made you successful to this point. Eastland gets that one blocked, taken out of there. Central Lyon on the run. Hugendorn all the way in, up off the glass, can't get it to fall. Who else but Metzger right there. Can't get the first one in, and now she'll have a chance to shoot two more free throws.
I thought as they run down that Kate Schaefer was positioning herself in that transition to try and be on the inside and strong so that wouldn't happen, but Metzger is so strong and tough inside.
Metzger adding to her rebounding totals. Has 9 right now to go along with 10 points. So Metzger making her presence felt everywhere on the floor.
She had 18 in the first round. She averages 18 and 11 rebounds. She has the school record for the most points in a game at 39, and she had 23 rebounds in a game, also a school record.
She will stay close to home and play her college ball at Northwestern up in Orange City. NAIA up there, always tradition-rich sports programs up there for the Red Raiders.
He had a good entry pass to the post from Helm, trying to get the ball inside to Molly Schaefer. Kate really does look to pass more. I like when she shoots, but Molly's looking to score, as is Ava Eastlick.
And I have a tough time remembering what my own kids do, but which one is the setter and which one was the hitter for volleyball?
Molly's the hitter.
Molly's the hitter. Okay, gotcha.
And
yeah.
Kate, the unselfish one.
There we go. Yep.
There you go. But they're super competitive. Don't be fooled.
Both will play volleyball at UNI. Good pickup up there for Coach Peterson. Metzger lobs over top. She can dish the ball as well as Odekoven gets the lay-in.
And that's what's tough about having Helm down there is they lose a lot of size when they switch that.
Timeout for EBF. Biggest lead of the day right now for Central Lyon at 13 with 2:16 to play in the third quarter. We'll be back with more after this on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Georgie Odekoven up to 7 points for Central Lyon as she gets the lay in there, but she's actually known around town not for her exploits on the basketball court, but she is an outstanding dancer, state champion solo dancer, and that's what she's going to do in college. And that's one of the great things, finding out about all the different talents that we don't necessarily see outside of the school for a lot of these young ladies. And that's a great story there for Georgie Odekoven. In fact, we've got several stories like that about a lot of these ladies and all the different things that they do, especially when you get to the small schools. You're able to do everything. You and I were both small school kids, Joanna, and really you don't have the programs without the kids that are willing to do everything there at the school.
Yeah, it's so fun now up in Parkersburg. Is that 2A also?
2A, 1A, yeah, 2A. We went back and forth. They still do right now.
Yeah, but I'm from Columbus Junction.
We played each other.
Yes.
Back in the 90s, had a little state semifinal football action in the Unidome there.
Yes,
they had some horses on the football team in 96.
Yes, my dad was the coach. Actually, when I talked to Burdell earlier, he knew who I was, and he said, "Oh, you're Warren's daughter." Yes, I'm Warren Webking's daughter. Thank you. So not often known by that. Usually known by Jess Settles' wife. That's where it usually goes. But yes, from Columbus Junction. And I have to shout out to Columbus. We had our first conference championship this year at Columbus. So really exciting. That was under Coach Casey Keltner. So Wildcat for life, a big year for the Wildcats.
Can never get that small town feel, that hometown pride completely out of there. I know I always love to tell people where I'm from, where you go to school. I know you're a small college gal as well up at Co. I was a Wartburg guy, so we had a lot of fun. Again, another place where you can do a lot of different stuff when you go onto those small colleges.
It is, yes, just like the Schaefer twins here. They're involved in everything, trying to keep it tight. They're only down by 10, which is pretty good. That's a try to stay in this game in the fourth quarter.
Odekoven muscles her way in, kicks it back out there to Ripkema. She can't get it to fall, but who else? Metzger, creating more opportunities on the offensive end. Another rebound, another chance for a couple free throws for Aubrey Metzger.
It's been Helen Metzger all day long. So she's on that weak side board, and here you see the high arch. She misses it just short, but Metzger with the put back, and I like that Helm fouled her hard enough to not let her get an and one.
Metzger's been really good about using her body and not just reaching over top of people. She's constantly working to position herself, has been in there doing what she needs to do. Great look at Coach Grafing over there for Central Lyon. No strangers here to the floor. Well, this new floor at Wells Fargo, a couple of years old right now, but Central Lyon has had a lot of success down here in Des Moines.
They've been so successful the last few years. They weren't quite as sure about the team, and that's coming from some fans. Coach was sure they'd be here.
Little extra step taken there
Yes.
by Hugendorn, who has not done a whole lot wrong today. She travels there, turns it over to the much more cleanly played second half so far after 9 turnovers in the first half. That was just the first turnover of the second half for Central Lyon.
Now the Lions do not want the ball to go into Eastlick, so they doubled her on the inbounds again to try to get the ball out of her hands. Wise.
And they've done a pretty good job on Eastlick today. She had 9 points, felt like 6 of those were in the first quarter, and so far scoreless here in the second half.
Well, she's drawn the attention of the defense.
Can't get that floater to fall. Rebound there, though, for Schaefer, who adjusts her shot in midair and able to put it in.
Yeah, so explosive, but so crafty. Love that finish. Yes, if you know Rockets basketball, it's all about that 2-3 zone. I mentioned I coached against EBF when I was at Mount Pleasant, and they have a lot of ties, some of the cousins with the Rockets. So I coached Leslie Taylor, Natalie Booten-Taylor, Kelsey Phipps, Taryn and Taylor. Scholl, whose dad, Matt Scholl, is an outstanding ref with his Mount Pleasant Southeast Iowa crew up here at the state tournament, and Hannah Becker and Mary Wester as well. So little Mount Pleasant basketball back in the day.
Aubrey Metzger's going to need an ice bath to get ready for tomorrow's championship game if Central Lyon can hold on here. She is getting fouled a bunch, and she just got her 15th rebound of the night. And she has been the workhorse down low for the Lions.
The warning was set, though. When I walked in and we saw the student section and it said, beware of the bird, that's legit. And
Aubrey,
the backstory on that, she did wear all yellow a couple
apparently
years
had an affinity
ago.
for the color of yellow, huh?
Yes, she did. And so it is fun for the students to cheer her on as they are succeeding well.
Nice rebound down low for Ripkema that then has it taken away by Harder. Harder we saw come in and have a couple quick layups in the first half as Eastlick tries to give it up to Harder down low again. I think it was blocked once again by Metzger. 3-point shot away from Eastlick, one of the best looks she's had today, and she's fouled and will have a chance to shoot 3 and draw EBF back into single digits to be within single digits, just under 8 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Yes, Molly Schaefer was looking to score there. She looked at the rim, a quick shot fake. The defender was right on her and made a great pass to find Eastlick getting fouled on that 3-point shot.
Eastlick, 70% free throw shooter, misses the first. And now she'll be looking for the averages to hold here and hit a couple more. Oof. Might end up being a pretty good foul here for Central Lyon. With their IMT insurance substitution, as Eastlick hits 1 out of 3. So now Central Lyon can get the last shot of the half, or of the quarter. Swing it over. This is Struckman. 4 seconds. 3 seconds as she checks the clock, and she's not even going to try to get one off. As Central Lyon will get the ball to start the third quarter as well. Central Lyon, double-digit 10-point lead, try to pull the upset on Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont as we head to the fourth quarter. After this, here on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
See the leading scorers for each team right now. Hugendorn for Central Lyon, 10 points. Actually, she's not the leading scorer right now. It is, there's a couple of stats to outline there. Molly Schaefer has 14 for EBF. It has been the Aubrey Metzger show right now for Central Lyon, 15 points, 14 rebounds through 3 quarters. Outstanding showing for her, and just no answers for EBF this morning.
No, but they have 1 quarter, and they're going to play as hard as they can. They need to take care of the basketball. There is an urgency to score, but they need to keep their composure and continue rebounding.
Down low they go, up with a shot. The foul starting to mount up right now for EBF as Cheyenne Struckman will have a chance to go to the free throw line. Eastlick has 2, Kate Schaefer has 3, Kaylee Helm has 4, and they usually only go 6 deep, and that's what they've done today. Struckman knocks down that first one. Central Lyon, 56% from the free throw line today. They've had a lot of opportunities. This is now the 20th shot at the free throw line today for the Lions.
And that's part of the reason they're ahead so much, is because they've shot well at the free throw line.
And they continue to attack. EBF with the basketball back. Can't waste too many possessions at this stage of the game. Schaefer to Schaefer. They back off Lyon when she catches around, and then a touch foul whistled on Struckman out there around the three-point line. Under 7.5 minutes to play in this one is Central Lyon trying to punch their ticket to the championship game tomorrow afternoon at 4:45.
Yes. Helm took a quick break. She's back in the game.
Schaefer has the ball taken away, and it is tied up, and it will stay with EBF, but constantly pestering. Both these defenses have been pestering a lot, but right now Central Lyon just operating a little bit quicker than everything EBF's doing.
Right on that reverse, they brought in the double team, and I don't think she saw it coming. But they need to look to score more. They have so much unselfish play. Kate Schaefer really looking to pass. Chloe Lyon looking to pass as her defender, Metzger, drops off of her. They've basically chosen not to even guard her.
We mentioned how good they've been at sharing the basketball throughout the year, but at some point it's almost more unselfish to be the one to take the shot when you have to as well. And they are winding that shot clock all the way down. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Helm takes it, and you're just not getting a good shot in that situation. She has to go up against a taller defender. Now Central Lyon, they might be perfectly content to wind that clock down. They don't, because Metzger catches it low on the block, but she can't get it to fall. It goes out of bounds, and that will go back to EBF. I think both players thought it was off the other team, so they let it go out of bounds.
It's a good defensive stop by Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont, but they need to score quickly. A little more intensity here on looking to score. Be more aggressive. Score. Let's go, ladies.
Little urgency here for the Rockets as they swing the ball around. Helm. Schaefer, there's a good look for Schaefer as she gets it to fall just inside the free throw line.
Good, that's exactly what Coach Benton wants, so they need to do that. Again, scoring pretty quickly off the dribble.
10-point lead for Central Lyon. Just over 6 minutes to play in this one. Long pass over, 3-point shot, Hugendorn fakes it. Down through the cutter, now the shot for Struckman, can't get it to fall. Who else? Metzger puts it in again. Aubrey Metzger is unstoppable today for the Lions. And the ball gets lost there. A little careless turnover for EBF. Empty possession, turnover back to the Lions.
Rockets defense switches back. They have to have the size of both Schaefer twins down low to try to do everything they can to double Metzger.
Oh, the reverse layup. What a move by Struckman. Wow.
Oh, I love that reverse layup. We've seen it twice today. It's fun to practice, but even more fun to connect in a game in the semis at state.
Didn't even have to use the glass as a long shot from Helm is good.
There's the inside-out game they need. Nice shot by Helm. She's really played well today.
How about the play of Cheyenne Struckman in a very balanced, I mean, Metzger we talk about a lot, but really balanced. There's a lot of weapons here for Central Lyon. Struckman's got 11, Hugendorn's got 10, Metzger's got 17.
But there allowed more space because Metzger is drawing that double. So it's oh, hey, the reverse layup's open for you when it usually is not open. But Metzger, again, just changes the entire face of this game offensively and defensively with her size, and she's so good.
Austin gets that free throw again, back to a 12-point lead. EBF, this is uncharted territory for them in 2025 because they have won a lot of games as Eastlick travels with the basketball. Good defense there, got Eastlick to second-guess her pass into the lane. Central Lyon, I think, has just played so calm today. They act like they've been here before. Have executed their game plan almost flawlessly. Odakoven into the lane, draws a lot of contact, but no call there as Lyon hit the deck, back the other way for EBF. Eastlick, they've been all over her from three. She has not been able to get a clean shot off since the first quarter.
Right, after she had her two, she has been face guarded.
Down low, going to get it down to Lyon. Lyon goes up with a shot. They're going to need that from Chloe Lyon if they want to put together a comeback.
I think everyone from Eddyville and Blakesburg and Fremont is screaming at her, you shoot, you go. And so I'm glad she did and scores an easy two in the paint.
Central Lyon, see how patient they are right now. Not going to be patient if you've got a good look to get it down to Metzger. She couldn't get it to fall, though, and the rebound comes away to EBF Schaefer, and she's fouled with the basketball.
Right, and had they not made that defensive switch back to put Molly Schaefer down low in the back of that 2-3 zone, that would have been an easy basket for Metzger. So a good defensive change that the Rockets don't want to do. They'd rather have her up top blocking shots and scoring at the other end.
Central Lyon back into their full court pressure, and early on in the half, EBF was able to get a couple layups out of this, so kind of surprised they're back to that full-on pressing as Eastlick. And when she's got it, that can create a quick fast break, and it does. 4-on-2 in the corner for three. Schaefer, no good, way short, might have been blocked. Quick shots, not a bad shot at all, and now Central Lyon again. We're going to see a steady dose of Metzger, I think, here towards the end of the game. Oh, wow, what a nice move again, sliding off the baseline for Hugendorn. Great body control by Danica Hugendorn. Timeout, Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont, trailing by 12, the number 1 seed. Trying to figure things out. Central Lyon has other plans as see the Hugendorn layup. We'll be back after a break here on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Central Lyon, 58-46 right now in the fourth quarter with 3:11 to play. Trying to make their way to the championship game tomorrow afternoon. And have to wear their shades to block the glare off Paul Yeager's bright pink suit tomorrow when he shows up here for Iowa PBS. Joanna Settles, we were just talking about it during the break. Central Lyon, it's not like they've gone on a big run or anything throughout the course of the day. They've just played steady throughout and really maintained that double-digit lead since about midway through the second quarter.
Well, it gives you a lot of confidence to be up by at least 4 possessions. But Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont has stayed close enough to them that they haven't, been able to let up at all.
Every time EBF, though, hits that shot that it feels like, hey, this is their chance to make a run, there's always an answer. It usually comes in the form of Aubrey Metzger. Eastlick for three. There's a big one. First time it's been in single digits in the second half for EBF.
Yes, and I really like that screen by Chloe Lyon to get her teammate Eastlick open for a clean look for three.
With almost surgical precision, Central Lyon breaks that pressure. They've got such a calm look on their faces right now as they run their offense. Under 2.5 minutes to play. Hugendorn into the lane. She comes over and gets blocked by Schaefer. We've said on the volleyball court a bunch. And on the alternating possession, it will stay with Central Lyon.
Hugendorn did a nice job of getting into the paint, but she split the top of that 2-3 zone, which cannot happen. That's one of the fundamental keys of 2-3 zone, is to not get split on the defensive side.
And she splits it there again, and this time finds Metzger. Metzger up to 19 points. Down low they go, tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with the Rockets. It has been the Big Bird show here today for Aubrey Metzger, the Bird.
Yeah, if Chloe's not going to shoot, she's got to set a screen because they've had luck with those screens. So help your team out in any way you can. Oh, she'll take him one-on-one.
Eastlick, the long shot, tipped out of bounds. It will stay with EBF. Now under 2 minutes to go. Central Lyon starting to feel the excitement of heading back to another championship game right now, leading by 11. Long pass into Helm. Free throw line, jump shot, no good there, and the rebound comes out to Central Lyon. But as you mentioned, those are shots at this stage of the game you're going to have to be a little uncomfortable and take some shots you maybe wouldn't normally take.
A shot is a good shot. You always have a chance to offensive rebound.
Over the top, Metzger once again. She's fouled, and will have a chance to extend this to the largest lead of the game for Central Lyon.
Audrey Metzger, that's a big smile, really excited. Great pass up over the defense and up and in, Audrey Metzger.
That's the most space I think Aubrey Metzger has had to catch the ball. Caught EBF napping a little bit. Everybody started to extend the defense, and that's, again, when you get in an uncomfortable position, everything gets extended up, trying to put some pressure on the basketball, and then you've got one of the best players in Class 2A waiting right down underneath the basket as Metzger hits the free throw. And she's now up to 22 points on the night.
She's 5 for 8 from the free throw line.
Central Lyon has shot 23 free throws here this morning, and they get the ball back. And right now, Central Lyon looks like they're going to work to move the clock down a bunch. Yep. EBF not coming out to foul Central Lyon. And that's one of the negatives for the team trying to come back with the new foul rules is they, even if they fouled right now, it just restarts the possession. Into the lane, Hugendorf's fouled, and she'll shoot 2 more. And EBF going to clear the benches. Coming in for EBF, try to get everybody's names mentioned. I see Harder checking back into the game. As Hugendorf misses that one, so for EBF is Emily Kirby, Lainey Batterson, Lainey Birch. Let's see who else there. Who am I missing here? Also Lacey Taylor. Second time I've seen Lacey Taylor in the postseason. She was a cheerleader for the wrestling team that we saw earlier this year. And a reach-in foul there on Hugendorf, but it was enough. They really wanted to get Jessa Vanderwoord into the game. As she does. And that is a happy-looking squad over there for Central Lyon. About ready to hand EBF their first loss of the season here in the state semifinals.
Yes, 5 seniors for Central Lyon. Could be more excited, and a tough walk off the court for the 5 sensational seniors from Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont in Molly and Kate Schaefer, Ava Eastlick, Haley Helm, and Chloe Lyon.
Three-point shot there, no good as the clock counts down. We've got a held ball, and that will stay with EBF. Another IMT insurance substitution for Central Lyon as Anna Meberg checks into the game. kickball stops the clock once again. So Central Lyon will move on to the championship game tomorrow at 4:45. They will play the winner of Iowa City, Regina, and Hinton, and that game is scheduled to start at 11:45. And it looks like we will be on schedule for that here this morning. Other games going on today. We've got St. Albert and Garrigan at 1:30, North Lynn, New Fond at 3:15, and there's the win and a very excited Central Lyon squad. Well, Central Lyon had, competition-wise, they had some outstanding competition. The 2A Northwest Iowa, what's going on up there in girls basketball, they were battle-tested when the record didn't necessarily show that they had won all those games, but they were definitely battle-tested coming into this one.
Right, when you're from Southeast Iowa and you have to play Kate and Molly Schaefer in any of the 4 sports, it's a little intimidating. But because of the strength of schedule they had up in Western Iowa, they weren't scared. They were like, hey, we're fine. Here we go. And they get to play another day.
Time to head down to center court as EBF will accept the trophy, and we'll get a chance to watch Central Lyon move on in the bracket.
Proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are basketball administrator Gary Ross and executive director Aaron Gerlach. Congratulations, head coach Tony Fenton and the Rockets from Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont on an outstanding basketball season. And now, Georgie Odekoven advance your team to the next round on the official bracket at center court. Congratulations, Lions fans.
A happy group of dancing Lions right there as they move on to tomorrow afternoon state championship game. And man, they had some great, outstanding individual performances today. Aubrey Metzger, 22 points, 16 rebounds. Danica Hugendorn, 12 points. Cheyenne Struckman, 11 points. And really an outstanding day there for them. For EBF, Molly Schaefer ends her career with 14 points, 4 rebounds. Ava Eastlick, 13 points. Kaylee Helm with 9 to round out some of the scoring there for EBF. Joanna Settles, a pleasure as always to work with you.
Yes.
I don't know what your schedule is here the rest of the day, but I'll be around. There's a lot of good basketball still to watch in this tournament.
Yes, I'm not going anywhere. You should stay here too.
Oh, I'll be around for sure. Get to watch everything and get to see some of the great games here yet to go. We've got championship games tonight. That's when things even get amped up even more as we move on to the championships, as you see some of the highlights, finish out with some of those. And thank you to Justin Wolber for keeping us on the air here this morning. For Joanna Settles, I'm Andy Pollack as Central Lyon heads to the state championship game in Class 2A here on the IGHSAU Digital Network.